Hello, friends, and welcome to the conclusion of Horizon Burning Shores with a Therapist. I'm grateful that you have made it this far, that you are willing to follow us along through Los Angeles, all the lava that's filling its crevices. I am grateful for your support of all of my stuff, and I'm glad that you've made it to the end. The Horizon series has been a very long series, and this is going to conclude it until there's a next game in the series. So we're going to do some wandering a bit so that I can just kind of clear off the bits of the map. I'm going to hopefully come across the final dinosaur so I can see what the hell happens in Pangea. If I don't find it, I don't find it, but hopefully I will. And then we're going to go to Landra's bunker, so strap in. So we're gonna go south over to here, and then I'm gonna loop my way up around to here. So let's go to the south. Because what epic piece of media? Yeah, no kidding, Lazy. Every single one of them. What area do we have here? Train yard. Neat. Oh, let's... I still don't quite understand what I'm supposed to do with these. Like, take them up and then just drop them so that they blow up. I gotta say, I'm so glad we have this bird to be able to fly around and explore stuff with, instead of me having to run around, although it doesn't really seem like there's anything here. Probably like some lore or something, but... Alright, let's work our way over there. You know, I could just do this. I don't know why I'm flying all the way there when I have a campfire right there. Like, what are we doing here? Wasting time. All right, there we go.
Crane. Looks like some delvers were after something on the cliff. A small piece of broom shine. Someone left that's behind. Maybe in a rush.
Damn it. Aloy, drop. Oh my god.
It's a Delver. Crushed.
A personal keepsake inscribed crudely with directions along a scrawled note. Inscription: cross the water till boots again touch sand and at last find our treasured prize. Appears incomplete. Rocks fell. Gotta be on purpose. Getting faint. Don't...
Maybe while trying to dig something out. This hammer's seen a lot of delves. And carved into the handle... directions. But they're incomplete. There's a note with it.
Yeah, I just read it.
Delver died in an accident. Or at least it was made to look like one. Seems the others kept going after that. I better keep an eye out. Maybe I'll find what happened to the rest of them.
Hey, Zine, thanks for the raid. Appreciate that, bud. Welcome, friends. Friends of Zine. Zine friends. If y'all are here with me and you don't follow Zine, please, please, please make sure you go do that. If you're coming along with Zine and for some reason don't know who I am, I'm DrMick. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development, and this is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games like Horizon Burning Shores, talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more in an effort to destigmatize those things and bring information to people
It's
who
a
wouldn't
big
otherwise
storm.
have it in a responsible and ethical way.
It's only over that island. I've never...
We are very far in the game. In fact, this is the last episode of like 56 episodes, maybe even more than that. So if you are planning to watch Zine play the game, I recommend you don't hang out here because you're going to get a lot of shit spoiled. So just as a heads up. But excited that you get to play it, those of you that are going to be watching this on PC. But I use my therapist brain to analyze what happens in the game. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. I pause the game a lot because we talk about a lot of things.
I've seen that before.
Wordsmith, thank you very
I
much
could get a closer look from the
for the
sky.
gifted subs.
Carefully.
Another island that I have not been to. Are these the mists of Pandaria? We got a question mark.
A ruin. No shops.
Hey!
Hey, there's a figurine inside. Damage looks recent. I should take a closer look. Starting with that
Neat!
It's crushed. Probably when this wall came down. But what was it doing here? My focus might help.
Securicase is proud to announce our latest partnership with the beloved Pangea franchise. This limited run of 5 iconic dinos comes in packaging that utilizes the full range of indestructible Securicase technologies. We guarantee a mint condition figurine dust-proof enough to survive a sandstorm and so impact resistant you could drop it from a high-speed vert. No need to worry about collapsing shelves. And with our partnered Seal platform, if you resell, your buyer will know it's the real deal. Don't miss out on the ultimate range for collectors by collectors. Nice. What's this?
A Shellwalker crate. This Fanghorn wasn't working alone. If the Fanghorn found anything worth salvaging, the Shellwalker would have hauled it away. Might be able to pick up its tracks. Ah, there. Shellwalker scuttled away.
Is that right? Oh, I went the hard way. I could have just done this. I guess. Let's go. Let's see. Shellwalker scuttled away. Well, let's go find him. Now, what do we have here? What up, big boys?
One of these shell walkers must have been from the shop. Oh, looks like it's got some friends too.
Yay.
It'll be easier to search the area if I clear them out. There it goes. Ammo cap.
Dude, these things are awesome. Oh my gosh. What are we doing here? Oh, okay. Who else wants some? Oh my gosh.
Stop that!
Oh god. Okay. Let's get that figurine.
Looks like another one of those figurines by that crate.
Where? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Another figurine?
An ancient figurine of a commanding gargantuan dinosaur preserved and digitally notarized. Any interdimensional traveler who keys 6837 into their Pangea portal console hopes they don't find themselves stepping into the lair of the deadly Queen Rex. Now you can own a piece of Pangea history with this 145 scale model of the iconic monstrous monarch herself. Stored with electronic authenticity label. Recent transactions sold by Dinesh Lal, collector community ID ReggieFan35, sold to TFZ handler Clara. Collector's notes added, mint condition. Reason I'm selling? I wanted a Reggie. They stopped the production on those after faux fans misunderstood the artistic vision behind the best dino ever. Now they're impossible to get. Scott said he had some connections at TFZ. Turns out he does not. Got me this thing instead. What am I supposed to do with another queen? Way to ruin my 30th birthday. Last code, 6837. Let's go.
I think I have the whole set now.
Yeah, you do. So we're gonna go do that. $68.37. We need to go here. Well, that was convenient. Glad we came across that relatively easily. Because it was gonna bother me if we didn't do it.
This is Dino Digits. Your next question is... Congratulations! You've won Dino Digits. You will receive a... Oh, what's that? A special transmission from beyond the portal? Well, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for playing. This is Craig T. Young, signing off.
You did it! I can't talk long, but I had to get this transmission to you. I might be a portal-hopping, commando-conquering dinosaur hunter, but you're the real multiverse master for tracking down all these prehistoric predators. Oh, crap. Trevor's got Queen Rex after him again. Gotta get back to the hunt. See you in Pangea. Jane out.
I don't know what I was expecting. It is an amusement park after all. Wow. Neat. But hey, pretty cool, huh? Got some fireworks. Get to open the portal. Let's go. All right, let's take a ride. Back up to Hollywood. See where Dr. Evil's hiding.
Okay, when Sega gets here, we'll have to find a way to get to Londra. Stop him from carrying out his big plan. Better wait for her at the campfire.
You're here.
What's up?
I'm guessing your sister made it back okay?
She's with the Admiral's Guard now, helping the last of our people out of Londra's Park. Gives her something to focus on instead of brooding over what happened.
I hope it helps.
So what do you say we put an end to all this?
Yeah, it's time. Let's get going.
Yeah. Let's climb super close together.
Okay, so Londra's probably in his bunker, right? We'll have to get back in there.
Oh, it's good. Neat.
Yeah, I don't think Londra's in the bunker. Back at the park, he said he's gonna crush us like bugs. Pretty sure he's gonna use that.
He's gonna reactivate a Horus. What a guy. What a dude.
but he doesn't have a reactivation signal to reboot its systems. He needs a more direct connection.
You think he's actually inside that thing?
It's his only option. I need to find a way to stop
Oh,
it from
God.
powering up. There. It looks like it's hooked up to some kind of cooling system. If we find a way to disrupt it, it might cause the Horus to overheat.
That might be tricky.
Oh, good. Yay, corruptors.
More machines brought back from the dead?
I don't think so. Laundra must have used the Horus to make them. We better hurry. Come on.
I'll do it again. This guy's like, all right,
Time to get to that cooling system.
yeah, this
I'm with
ruined
you all
my
the way.
day, but now I'm gonna ruin everybody else's day.
Keep it up!
Hello, Aloy. Is that you scurrying around down there? So good of you to make it to our grand finale.
You know, the people back in the day got so overwhelmed by these, they should have just had bows and arrows. Just like shot them, you know? Probably could have won the war.
We can get up that way.
There we go! Now, where are you hiding, Aloy?
Holy crap, dude.
We'll have to avoid that thing to get to the cooling system. Those ruins can give us cover.
I gotta say, this is pretty badass
Our leading lady.
in the sense that we like get to actually appreciate how terrifying these things were.
I think he's lost us for now.
To come out.
Dude, that's so easy to talk shit from like inside a gigantic robot that I have absolutely no chance against.
Uh-oh.
Make you regret meddling in my affairs.
Good thing I've got berries.
I gotta get through that fire gleam.
You can't hide forever. Now, there you are.
Not again!
What else do you have here?
Okay, I think we're in the clear for now.
What are we gonna do if he wakes the whole machine up?
It's
Die?
ancient and slow. We're small and fast. We've got a chance.
What are we gonna do? This thing brought about the end of the world.
Up here.
Where'd you crawl away to?
Here we go again.
More corruptors ahead.
Look out!
Place upon to find you.
Try to sneak down the center.
Dead yet?
Nope. It should be. No. Let's go. Speed. Speed is the way.
Get back here.
Let's keep moving. Cooling system's further up the hill. Come on, we better hurry.
If
Can I
anyone
hop
lets
on my
that thing
bird?
wake up, we're in big trouble.
Then let's keep moving.
I'll crush
We'll have to
you
hug the cliff to get by.
paste.
Nowhere to go but up.
Oh, good. Again.
It's gonna be hard to avoid attention here.
A distraction might help.
Nope.
Or
That's
we
why
could
we're gonna
charge
run.
through.
We're just gonna run, Seika. Let's go. Oh. Howdy.
Hunters have already ridden some machines. Gotta take them out.
Little weasel.
Go, monkeys. Oh, God. Boom.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Now to deal with the cooling system. Let's see if we can overheat the Horus with this thing.
There's gotta be a way to stop its cooling.
Maybe my focus can help. There. Destroying that might stop the Horus's cooling. There's the heatsink.
Hopefully I can shoot with my arrow. Oh. Grab heatsink. Oh.
What are you up to?
Just a little further. There it is. Seika, wanna do
Shoot
the
it.
honors?
You got it.
There we go.
I'll get the other one for you.
Oh, yeah, so I can shoot it? That's cool.
Yes!
No more water for you, big guy.
Alert. Temperature critical.
It's working.
Emergency heat sinks engaged.
Uh-oh.
Thought you had me, ladies? Think again.
Oh, boy. Okay. Not good. He's like literally fighting a Reaper. You insist because we allow it. You will die because we demand it. Perish, or whatever word he used. Uh-oh.
Ah, shit.
This is crazy to think that they were like, these things were all over the planet.
It's
And
still
one of
overheating.
them is terrifying.
He's heading for the bay.
He's gonna use the sea to cool the
no
Horus
way.
down.
Let's go. Give me some on-rail
Like,
shooting.
how are we supposed to stop that?
There. On its underside. We gotta go after its heat sinks. You keep Laundra distracted from the air. I'll attack from below.
Wait! You want me to fly this thing?
You're a quick learner?
See ya.
Well, it's you and me now, buddy.
Oh, you'll end because we demanded. That's right. Dude, what a cool sequence. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Gotta intercept the Horus, then go after its heatsink.
Look at this shit. This is so sick.
This flying thing's not bad.
Whoa! You're, doing great.
Oh, baby. Let's go. This is like Mass Effect 3 vibes. I am here for it.
We can't let it reach open water. Seika, I need you to keep the Horus on the beach.
On it. I'll be the bait.
I gotta get closer to target the heatsink on its underside.
Oh, I can't climb it. Yeah. I can take it out with bow and arrow. It's just so funny to me. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Ah, bitch.
Fly, buddy, fly!
Come on.
Got a duck under it! Bet it can't keep up!
Annoying little gnat. Face the inevitable. You're doomed.
Maybe I'm not supposed to climb yet? Oh, God.
Yes! It's stuck!
Good work.
Diving!
Now it's my turn.
Look out, Aloy! The Metal Devil's charging up for something! Run, Aloy!
What?
Missed. What a shame.
I'm not going down that easy.
Why don't you have something to keep you company?
Launch sending more cropters!
Oh, good.
I'll handle it. Seika, keep Laundra busy while I deal with the machines.
Oh, shit.
Shouldn't be hard to get his attention.
After I crush you,
Come on, you
I
big
will
wreck!
take
Come
my
and get
jump.
me!
Stop! Get back here!
Whew. Dodging's not easy on this thing.
More attitude than your sister. I like it.
Dude, this is badass.
Ha! Missed me!
I'll make it toast thing of death.
Flood those wings
Last one's
faster!
down. Now I can focus on the horse's heat sinks.
Alright, heat sinks. Oh, up there. Alright, let's go.
Cover's blocking my shot.
Oh,
I've got to dive!
I'm gonna have to climb. Let's go, let's go. Oh, come on, come on. Oh! Come back over here. Oh, boy.
No rockets catching us!
I'll send you to the red-headed pieces.
Scaling a horse on the move. Right. Easy.
Yeah.
Beats being the bait.
Does it?
Ha! Can't swat me out of the sky.
Nope.
No strategy of yours will win this.
Come on, buddy! Fly straight!
Dude, this is
Keep
nuts.
going! Almost there!
Yeah, thank God I played Shadow of the Colossus.
You see what meddling gets you?
You should check out that playthrough.
That's it! Heat sinks exposed!
Time to heat it up.
Oh!
That's your big plan. Pathetic.
Look out! It's raining fire!
Oh!
Try this maneuver!
Damn it.
Oh!
Bet Laundra felt that one. Uh-oh. It's charging again, Aloy. Get clear!
Nothing. Well, your luck won't last.
How many heat sinks does this thing have?
Big guy's on the move! Looks like Laundra's taking it out into the water!
This thing's running a 2080
You must
Ti.
be heating up in there.
I don't know if I'll be able to keep him distracted.
Just do what you can.
Yeah, Aloy's got some kind of interest in Seika because she's giving her the benefit of the doubt on this instead of going all ham on her like she did with Beto when she didn't think she could do things. Oh boy, here we go.
What's it doing? Did we shut it down?
I think it's cooling itself off. This could be our chance. Stay in the air for now. I'll check it out.
Oh
it.
Careful, Aloy! The horse arms are closing in!
It's you and me now, Aloy. Time to see what you're made of.
Where do you want me?
Stay up there. Keep a lookout.
Okay. I think I see heat sinks on the arms.
Yeah, this is awesome. Holy shit, this is cool. Let's go. Oh, baby.
It's gearing up to attack.
Stay still. I'll make you
Heat sinks exposed. Below you, Aloy. Now's your chance.
Damn it. Oh, I thought that was...
I'm ending this here. Let's try something else.
What's he up to now?
Those guns are powering up.
Oh my god, dude. Ah. Man, it would have sucked to be on the Earth 900 years ago.
Hatches on his back are open.
That means incoming.
There's the heat sink. Good shot.
You think you're winning? Nothing close. If you
One
try to
woman.
resist, I will crush you.
One woman takes down a horse. No problem. Easy peasy.
Stop moving around.
Another one down.
Your struggle means nothing.
Tell yourself whatever you want.
Look out.
Oh god. Alright.
You got it.
One left.
This gun is so nice. Ah, yeah.
Bad. Good.
Oh, baby.
Watch the sand.
Let's wrap this up.
Move, Aloy.
Oh, I'll get you yet. Take
I'll
this.
get you.
Uh-oh.
What? What do you got for me, buddy? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That's the last one.
Self.
Look out.
There. The primary heat sink on its chest. Can't let up.
Dude, this is insane. Beating this on the hardest difficulty would be unreal.
Senka, I need a pickup.
Coming in.
Launcher's heading for deeper waters. He's not getting away. Go get him.
Seriously? Holy
Blowing up
shit.
that last heat sink might have breached the hull. I gotta get inside and find Londra.
This is amazing. I will be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta tuck my wife into bed. Okay. Yeah, how's this thing not filled in with
You
water?
can catch it!
It's breaking down. Good. Better get in there before Laundra makes repairs.
Before he makes repair, oh, I guess if the horse can, like, construct corruptors.
Could be coming from inside. There, a breach. It might be my way in. Okay, I'm in. Now to find Laundra.
Freaking bravo, Gorilla. This is awesome.
Aloy! Laundra's bringing the horse back up to the surface!
I'll climb up and find him. Laundra has to be wired in to control this thing. That makes him vulnerable. He's got to be near the processing orb at the front. This big gear should be able to take my weight.
There's the flying pest!
Catch me if you can! You okay in there?
Getting there. You?
Laundra took a couple swipes at me, but I outflew him.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on a little longer.
Hold out a little longer.
I think this leads toward the front.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is like a cauldron.
Looks like those vents don't stay open for long.
Squash the redhead!
Yeah, whatever!
Made it.
Let's go!
There's Laundra. Hooked up to the processing orb. Destroying it might shut down the horse. I gotta get in there.
It's just wild that these horses were created so they could be controlled like this.
In Sector 5A. Well, that node needs to be rerouted.
Oh, jeez.
Don't want to get fried.
Line's been busted. Need a workaround. Okay, I gotta flush the cylinder again.
That's how electricity works, right?
Aloy! The horse is heading inland towards the coast!
I'm almost to Laundra. Stand by.
You. How unwelcome. Perish.
Oh,
Back off.
It'll take more than that.
Oh, I've got so much more. Wretched brat.
Don't
What?
like that, do ya? Better target more connectors.
What do you think you're doing?
what do you think you're doing? I'm trying to kill you, dude. It's pretty obvious.
It's literally a shield. This Titan will be your
It's literally a shield.
Orb's powered by those cables. Shield 2. He's wired into the
escape.
I gotta destroy it. Cut his control. I need to take down the shield first.
Caught you.
Oh, there's a couple more.
There! A distributor. It could cut the power. Cut!
God damn it. Ugh. Come on.
Not enough. I gotta hit the other one.
Enough of this!
Still up. I need another way to drain its power.
I'll take you down with me. Oh, you got lucky. If I die,
Laundra attacks.
stop that. You will not defeat
One more. Orbs down. Now for my spear. Gotta shut this monstrosity down for good.
You really do ruin everything, don't you?
Those are your last words? Yikes.
Seika, I'm inside this thing's head. Gonna need a quick exit.
On my way!
Damn it! Come on!
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Hold on. Not really sure how to land this thing.
Uh-oh. We might land on top of each other. That would be awkward. Oh, okay.
We've got to work on that.
Was that good?
We did it.
I wonder what everyone back in the settlement thinks about what just happened. To see a metal devil rise from the dead?
Guess you better report to the Admiral and find out. Go on, it's okay. I'll catch up.
Don't leave me waiting too long.
Silence? It's done. Laundra's dead.
Excellent. I expect he put up a fight.
Yeah, you could say that. He, threw a Horus at me.
Did he? That couldn't have been easy to defeat, even for you.
I had help from one of the Quen.
That's a big compliment from Silence. Dude's coming around a little bit, I think. Just a little bit. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt here, totally. But that's an acknowledgement there.
And I'm sending you some data from Laundra's implant. See what you can find out.
Laundra's personal logs should indeed be fascinating. I'll keep you posted on my progress.
With Laundra gone, I could poke around the burning shores for a bit. Or I could head for Fleet's End and get back with Seika.
That was so badass. Like, what a great battle.
Don't want to startle anyone. Better let
I might have just the look for you. It's real.
Yes, sir.
Aloy, when we saw the Metal Devil rise from the hills, it was as if the time of ashes had come again. To think the two of you defeated it by yourselves, it staggers the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even your most important feat, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for returning our lost brothers and sisters. What else can I say but that we are in your debt?
All I ask is that you give my friend here the credit she deserves for all the risks she took.
I would have it no other way.
Is he gonna try to take your focus?
I was wondering the same thing.
I've got
Well,
one
he
for you.
can't. You're gonna need it. I'll show you why. Seika, meet Alva. The two of you will need to coordinate in order to reunite the expedition.
Beta briefed me already. I'm so glad to see you guys. You should have heard the cheer that went up when I told the others here in Landfall that your half of the fleet survived.
Diviner Alva, it's an honor.
Likewise. Well, we can chat about all the details later. For now, shouldn't you two be celebrating the fact that you just took down a Zenith and a Horus? Come on. Away with you.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm pretty terrible at celebrating. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, I'm a sailor, so it usually starts with alcohol. I think we have some bilge blaze. You know, spirits distilled from whatever hasn't spoiled in the ship's stores.
Oh, you make it sound so good.
Yeah, it's not really for beginners, so you get a pass this time.
Okay.
But there is something I wanted to talk to you about. Meet me back where we first met when you can, okay?
Okay. I'll see you there. So, Seika wants to talk. It's good. And I know I need to move on soon, but I'm not really ready to say goodbye to her just yet. Before I find her, maybe I should look for her sister around the settlement, just to see how she's holding up.
Aloy's nervous. Obviously, she has a crush on Seika. That's cool. I appreciate immensely that Aloy is opening herself up to this. Because I think the Aloy from Zero Dawn would have seen something like this as an impediment to her goal of saving the world. But it seems that in her journey of opening her heart to the idea that she can be supported by others and have community, she is indulging some romantic feelings for Seika. She's reading the room a bit, because it's pretty obvious that Seika's putting stuff out there too. And if you're Aloy, this is probably a bit scary in the sense that you lose control. Or at least you perceive yourself as losing control when you have feelings like this. And Aloy is somebody who very much appreciates being in control and being planful and knowing what she's doing and taking care of business and taking those emotions and seeing them as like, okay, they're fine, but I got to work on the task at hand. And when you are somebody who occupies that kind of position in your life and all of a sudden you start experiencing romantic feelings, that can be quite the jostle. And I think that's why we're seeing Aloy kind of stammer all over herself and not really know what to do, because she's having to contend with these feelings. And that's not easy to do when you haven't really had that scaffolded for yourself. You know, when has Aloy seen good, healthy, intimate relationships facilitated or represented in her life? I mean, Zoe and Varl, maybe? I don't really know of many beyond that. Not off the top of my head. she's used to having people come on to her really strongly to where it's easy to deny it, but this is generated for her a bit more organically. So this is something that she's having to react to a bit and doesn't quite know how to respond to. And there is something that can be very alluring and exciting about that. But I love that she's allowing herself to lean into it a bit rather than avoid it entirely and say, no, let's get down to business. That's good character growth for her. It can be really scary to do that. Like, if you're a person that's afraid of that type of thing, like, it's not going to get easier unless you lean into it a bit and work with it and see what happens for you. These are things that you don't have the ability to fully prepare yourself for. You have to experience this stuff in order to know what it means for you and how you're going to navigate it. You got to screw up a few relationships. You got to mess up a few things within a relationship in order to start to get your bearings. So it's okay if this feels like a disaster and chaotic. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of how these things happen. It's how you get better at managing your relationships. That said, we are going to go talk to Kina, because I do want to see how she's doing.
It's you. My sister's friend.
Roommate.
Hi, Kina. I'm
Soon.
Aloy. We didn't get properly introduced before.
Of course. Seika told me about everything you did to bring me back. You must think I'm such a fool.
No,
I keep replaying everything in my mind, and I still can't understand how I could have been so wrong. When Walter appeared to us, he really did seem divine.
Well, he had a lot of experience manipulating people. Centuries, really.
He promised a whole new world, with me at his side. To think it was all a lie, and I fell for it.
Okay. This is a very common reaction in the aftermath of abuse and trauma. And so to get a bit serious here for a moment, I do want to talk about this because the way that she's processing this is something that you see a lot. And it is it is something that I think so many people do that is so unfair. Not necessarily even in traumatic instances, but just in day-to-day, which is judging yourself from hindsight. Kina now knows the truth. And you can't retcon your history with the truth that you now know and use it to beat the shit out of yourself for the fact that you fell for that. Walter was an abuser. Walter was a cult leader. Walter groomed you and gaslit you into believing everything that you believed. And anybody in your situation, aside from somebody who might have had prior experience or a degree of resiliency from other lived experiences, would have done the exact same thing you did, as so many other people did. Walter is who is at fault for the fact that this happened. Do not victim blame yourself. Do not use hindsight to make it seem as if you could have made a better decision at the time you made it, because you didn't have the information at that time. If you knew everything you knew now, you would have never done that. But you didn't know that. So you've got to find it in yourself, Kina, and anybody watching this who this resonates with, to find compassion for the fact that you were doing the best you could with the information you had. Use that experience to learn how to navigate future instances. Don't assume that every single charismatic person that comes into your life is going to be a Walter Landra, because that is an anomaly. You have to open yourself up to the idea that other people can have influence on you and be healthy. But you learn about how you got inducted into that and learn how to protect yourself. The "how could I have been so stupid" narrative around these things destroys people. It makes stuff worse. The idea of like, well, you know, maybe I should have stayed home that night. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like, the reality is, like, if you go out to a bar and somebody roofies your drink while you're not looking, that person is the person who is at fault for the fact that you got roofied. It's not because you looked away from your glass. The idea that we should have to continuously work through our lives in a very protective way because of the bad things that can happen to us takes away the accountability on people to not do bad things. The idea that she should have been prepared for somebody who could groom her in the way that Walter Landra groomed her is a ridiculous notion. You would live your life paranoid as all get out about the relationships around you if that was something that you felt you had to constantly prepare yourself for. Nothing could have prepared Kina for Walter Landra showing up at that point in her life. So you learn from it. Write it down. That's what history is useful for. When we say you got to care about history so you're not doomed to repeat it, this is what we mean. But it's so important here not to use hindsight to judge those actions when you didn't have that information at the time that you made it. Which, for those of you that watch all my playthroughs, is specifically why I can't stand when people come into streams, whether it's mine or other streams, and act like somebody's stupid for not knowing something or telling them exactly what they should do when they're trying to figure it out, as if that somehow makes you smarter because you already know the actions or consequences of something. That doesn't make you smarter. You just know what already happened, which is not a simulation of real life. You have to make decisions on the fly. You don't have the benefit of hindsight when you make decisions on your day-to-day. That scares people, but that's the reality. So if you don't have hindsight to use when you make a decision, you don't get to use hindsight to judge it in the back end. All you're going to do is just destroy your self-esteem. So I'm very passionate about this type of thing because I really do believe that a lot of people would live healthier, more empowered lives if they got away from this. It's easy to fall into this idea that you were the one that was at fault for these things, that you are accountable for this. When the reality is that, like, a bad thing happened to you because another person acted badly. I didn't get punched in the face because I turned my chin towards somebody. I got punched in the face because somebody chose to punch me in the face. They're responsible for that.
Look, you've been through a lot. I'm sure it will take you some time to work through it. Just try to remember that Seika's been through a lot too, okay? She risked exile to find you, not to mention death.
And I abandoned her.
Oh, God. Okay, and to further just, oh, man. Oh, this is so painful because some of this is the fact of, like, how she was programmed as part of the cult. What Aloy just said there was fine, but Kina is really struggling. This is how people get held into these things. Like, she's completely destroying herself outside the context of the group where she was given meaning and purpose. It's brutal. I abandoned her. Well, you did, kind of. But again, Walter Landra lured you out. So, like, yes, you did make a choice to leave your tribe and go follow Walter. Absolutely. But whacking yourself with a 2x4 repeatedly here because of what happened, instead of focusing on what you can control now, which is rebuilding your relationship with your sister, is not going to pay dividends for you.
I don't know if she'll ever forgive me.
She will. But you might have to work for it a little.
Yep.
I'll do my best.
Nice.
Good luck, Kina.
Way to go, Aloy. That was beautiful. All right. Should we romantically drive a boat up? Meet her where she's at? Instead of doing it the Aloy way? I think we do. When the moon hits your eye like a great pizza pie, that's amore. I just want to drive up like that.
What, let's go left?
When the boat beats the sea, so that you'll be close to me, that's amore. Amore. When I look to the sky and it's as blue as your eye, that's amore. Amore. When I pull up to the beach in a game DrMick uses to teach, that's amore.
Okay, so Sick is waiting for me where we first met. There's no reason to be nervous, right? Yeah, right.
I've been thinking a bunch about the beach where our boobs touched. That's amore. Amore. You got this. You got this. Just let it happen. Respond to the moment. All right, friends. A tip from old DrMick to you. If you ever find yourself in a position where you have the opportunity to walk up on or meet with somebody who you have a significant amount of investment in romantically, and you know that they have it for you too, and you experience the nerves, just remember, you can only control what you bring to the engagement, and you will never in a million years be able to anticipate everything that's going to happen. If you spend this walk trying to anticipate what's going to happen so that you respond in the most ideal way, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, because it's never going to go the way that you planned it. Ever. So focus on your feelings, validate your emotional experience, focus on what you can control, which is how you show up to that interaction, and tell yourself that you will respond rather than react to the moment. And it is okay if you're nervous. It's okay if you got butterflies. The other person probably does too, and that's what makes it exciting. And it's so important to remember that anxiety and excitement are experienced physiologically the exact same way. So when you think you're anxious walking up this beach, it very well just may be that you are excited. Lean into it. And if you are ever walking into this unsure about how that other person feels about you, ask. They're not going to automatically be turned off and walk away because you asked that question. Consent is sexy, and so is communication.
There she is.
Boo!
You must feel pretty good. Got your sister back, your people. What's next for the woman of the hour?
You're the one who ripped apart a metal devil from the inside. I think you should get a bit of credit too.
Maybe a little.
As for what's next, the Admiral's going to need my help to reunite our half of the expedition with Alva up north. And after that, I don't know. I don't think things will ever be the same with my sister or my people.
You're not gonna sail back with him?
I want to see home again. Someday. But things have changed. The Quen don't know what to do with me, and I don't know where I fit in. I guess you know what that's like.
Yeah. For a long time, I hated the idea of home. For me, it meant where I grew up, where I wasn't wanted. But the thing is, the last few months, I've realized that home isn't really a place at all. It's more like the people I want to be with.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, more and more I've been thinking, I want to be with you. And I was hoping that you felt the same way.
That is a beautiful way to say that. Beautiful way to say that. You state where you're at, you state your hope, and you invite the opportunity for Aloy to share whether she shares that experience. That is an A+ on how you solicit consent or the and where a person's at as it relates to their orientation towards you. Beautiful. I love it. Yep.
And what if I do?
I think I know how to handle it.
Whoa. Is that good?
Seika, I have a long road ahead of me.
I know. There are things I have to do too, but it's enough to know how you feel.
I don't know when I'm gonna see you again.
Right now.
Me either. But no matter what happens, just don't forget about me. Okay?
Never.
Oh God, should Dr. Mick overanalyze this part or not? I can't help myself. We got a little taste of some baggage. Got a little sugar on the lips, and then a little backwash of baggage. And that's okay. It's okay. I don't mean that in a bad way. But that moment right there for them was intentionally vulnerable. And we saw Seika attend to some insecurity. And you may think to yourself, oh, come on, dude. But you set the tone in intimate relationships very fast without realizing it. And I'm not saying this to get people to overthink themselves in moments like this. Like this is perfectly beautiful and awesome. This is me way overanalyzing this. But when she says, "Don't forget about me," after we literally just kissed on the beach and Aloy said, "I want to be with you," that screams prior experience of either being bailed on. Her sister kind of abandoned her. Her community started to abandon her when she got all autonomous and vulnerable. Who knows what her family of origin experience is. But there's a little bit of that just showed up there in that specific moment. And when things like that creep through in vulnerable moments that are ostensibly good, that is a window for Seika into whatever kind of work she may need to do when she finds herself stressed out about this relationship, if it's something that she chooses to pursue. That there is a fear of abandonment in there, a fear of being forgotten. And if that's the if that's a branch from anxious attachment, then we would anticipate that Seika might. Well, I don't know whether she's anxious or dismissively attached. I'd have to do a full assessment on that. But essentially, we'd have to look for compensatory behaviors as a result of that. Does she cling to Aloy really heavy and reach out to her a lot and seek reassurance, or does she completely just shove off and wait for Aloy to find her? Both of those extremes are not good. But and we see a little bit of Aloy's insecurities in that too, where she says, I don't know when I'm going to see you next. I think Aloy has begun to learn about herself that she is reliable as a world savior. She is not particularly reliable as an emotional confidant. That she has definitely sacrificed intimacy with people in order to get the job done. And in a lot of ways, that's something that she's even going to do right now. She just has this opportunity to have an intimate moment or moments with Seika, and she's like, but I've got a sense of duty, and that interrupts my ability to maintain these relationships, and I'm worried about that. Like, we see it right freaking there, man. First kiss. Super ripe with vulnerability, and both of them have to attend to insecurities, and that's okay. That happens to all of us. Happens to all of us. And this is why it's very important to understand yourself before you start going into stuff like this, because then when you're sitting with those thoughts and the emotions of that, you can be like, yep, no, it's cool. I know what that is. I've worked through that. I'm going to be present in the moment. You know, I don't know when I'm going to see you again. Well, I'm seeing you right now. Let's have this moment here. Let's focus right now on the fact that the two of us are standing on this cliff after we just destroyed a Horus, and taking a couple hours together is probably not going to throw off the balance of the universe. And let's really indulge this moment. This is going to be hard for both of them. Both of them pride themselves on being kind of like rebels and autonomous and in control. And this relationship is going to be one where they're both going to have to relinquish control here and there, and that's going to be scary for them to do. And you're seeing those insecurities pop out because they're comfortable enough with each other and vulnerable enough in this moment that they're going to come out. Happens like that. But again, that's me nitpicking this and overanalyzing it up the freaking wazoo. Okay, so don't roast me in the comments about this, because I promise you I'm watching this in the way that you are going, yeah, this is awesome. This is great. But therapist brain, antenna go up. That was great. That was so good. All right, we are going to watch the credits as we do with every single playthrough. And if there's my understanding is that there's a mission after the credits, so I will stay around to do that. So if you're sticking around, but as I always do during the credits, I just want to say, first and foremost, I appreciate all of you watching this playthrough. It has been an absolute blast bringing it your way and engaging with the content of this game and analyzing it and hearing your thoughts and seeing what you've had to say through comments. And those of you that have been live, thanks for hanging out with me. These playthroughs would be nothing without a viewership. So thanks so much for your continued support of all that I do around here. And I do hope you'll check out some of my other playthroughs. To Gorilla, what you crafted here was awesome. I am so impressed, as I was with Zero Dawn and as I was with Forbidden West. I am so impressed with your willingness to go there, to weave really deep topics and lore into the game world that you've created. It is so impressive. I wish more people would engage with it, because it is so unbelievably well thought out that it made it an absolute joy to analyze. So, bravo, thank you. I enjoyed that immensely, and I will look forward to whatever games you have going forward. Awesome. For those of you that have been watching on YouTube, thank you. Those of you that watch live on Twitch, thank you. And Gorilla, if anybody ever wants to talk to me about my playthrough or talk about some of the thought that went into the social and psychological dynamics that were in the game, always open to that. If there's anybody from Gorilla that even watches this. So, very cool. I want to know if Launder's rocket ship is still sitting up there in the hill. Right? I do too. Maybe that's what the after credits mission is going to be about. That rocket just chilling there. Just ready to blast radiation all over everybody's faces. Maybe that's what. Maybe we're gonna have to fly the rocket ship into the Maga Ball from hell in order to blow it up. Wouldn't that be wild? What a set piece that final part was. That was so good. So good. Let's just have a nuke line. Yeah. Enough radiation to wipe out all of us. In loving memory of Lance Riddick. Rest in peace, man.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
Did. Really did. Can't be easy for them to figure out how to replace Reddick with the inevitable 30. No kidding, man. Just for continuity with Destiny, just call up Keith David. Has anyone from Gorilla noticed your playthroughs that you've seen signs of? I am not aware. No. It's not like God of War where I was aware of folks from Sony Santa Monica watching my playthrough. I have not heard from anybody from Gorilla. I'm not familiar if anybody from their studio has watched my stuff. Is it too soon to ask which playthrough will be next? Yep. I'll let you know when it's time. There's a list of games on Discord if you're interested. There will be many more playthroughs. Many more. And in between the big playthroughs, we always take some time off where I just play a bunch of random shit just for fun. So we're going to do that for a little while because I have been playing. So for those that are watching this on YouTube, they're still watching right now during the credits. It is now mid-March 2024. I started Forbidden West, I think in September 2023. So for the last 6 months, I have been playing Horizon, aside from a break to play God of War Valhalla. And that was only like 2 weeks or something like that. So, and then we played Zero Dawn before that. So it has been a lot of Horizon over the last several months. So I am ready to take a little bit of a break. Longest playthrough yet? Yeah. Between Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, and Burning Shores? Yeah. It's been a while. I think the Zero Dawn started in May or June, I think, somewhere around there. What things do you hope Aloy improves in the next game? Oh, I mean, I just hope that she continues to lean into the way that relationships can empower her. I do hope that she also, I hope that she really tries to facilitate a better relationship with Beta as well. Like, I'm looking forward to that. May 22nd, 2023. Yeah, there we go. Did you like any of the two games more than the other, or like them fairly equally? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's all the same game world, so... I mean, I like some of the quality of life improvements in Forbidden West, but... Where does Horizon rank on your enjoyment of doing analysis versus other games? People love to ask me this question, and I realize my answer can be kind of annoying with this, but I see all of the games that I've done as existing on like a level playing field. They're all different. I don't compare them. Like I don't hold them in hierarchies. They all have their own unique stuff that I get to talk about, which I really like. I will say that this playthrough has allowed me to talk about a lot of sociological stuff and system stuff, in addition to individual psychology and small relationship psychology. So I do appreciate that, like, this game has allowed me to talk about like intergenerational trauma and all sorts of cool shit like that. But it ranks where all the other ones do, which is it was fun. They seem to imply that Seika will stay in LA, but does the idea of Seika joining the main cast in the next game? I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I don't know what'll happen. Sociology is terribly underappreciated. Yeah, that's part of the reason that I really like being a relationship therapist, like a MFT, because we very strongly take into consideration wider systems, not just individual psychology. And I think that's deeply important. Like, there's a sociological aspect to being an MFT. Social workers also have a lot of systemic perspective on what they do, and I think that's just very important. Gonna be interesting to see what they do with Nemesis, because that's more of like an abstract enemy. It's not really concrete in the way that like Horus is, you know. Oh, we'll see. Any other parts of the world you want to see in 3? I'll go wherever they take me. I got Vegas in this one, so I don't really care. Any side characters you're curious to see explored more? No, not really. I mean, again, we'll explore who we explore. I don't really think in that way. Like, I don't really sit like pining for more from people. Like, I very much prefer to take what's given to me and do what I can with what is provided. Like, I don't, like, I'm not sitting here going like, oh man, I would, give me more of the guy who controls the pits in the city I hate going to. Like, I don't know, like, it's, I don't view, like, I'm not like a militant psychologist in the sense that, like, I don't want to, like, crack into people's brains that don't want to be cracked into. You know, like, I want to take what is given and work with what I can. So I'm sure there will be characters that get fleshed out in ways that I wouldn't have even been able to anticipate, and I'm excited for that. That'd be kind of cool, Darkness. Side villains would definitely be something I'd like to see. Like, that is something that since Zero Dawn, I think side villains have definitely been underutilized, or they feel kind of half-assed in comparison with the big thing. There are times where these games have felt like they bite off a little bit more than they can chew, but that's okay. Yeah, Regala and Helis, you know, I've had so many people in the YouTube comments be like, yeah, but here's what would have happened if you would have saved Regala. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me that Regala would just be like, okay, yeah, I'll come back, no problem. I'll explain my whole history and context to you. It's very weird. So I stand by my decision to kill her. I personally would love, I realize we kind of got the prequel just via the Hollows and stuff, but I would love something, whether it was a show or a game or a movie, about the time when Zero Dawn had to be created and deployed. There is such a richness there. Show's still in the works. Yeah, cool. But is it about that time? I think Zero Dawn is still the favorite storyline for me for that reason. Finding out the lore piecemeal and building horror of it. Yeah, super well done. I agree. Like a drama with that overhanging clock for the audience. Personally, I love that sort of dramatic irony. Yeah. Brill has also said they're making a multiplayer Horizon game. Interesting. By the way, if you like the music that's playing, it's mine. You can go check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. I got a whole bunch of it. You think Walter to be compelling as a villain? Yeah. Gosh, it's just amazing to me how many people go into games. Who would win, a Reaper or a Horus? Probably a Reaper, but I would love to see that fight. They are suspiciously similar in design. I wonder if that was intentional or not. Yeah, dude, I would love to see that. That'd be cool as hell. That might have been one of my favorite boss battles in any game, by the way. Like, that was really so good. The set piece of that, I was all in on it, man. It was great. I don't even know that I would have enjoyed it more if I played it on a harder difficulty. I get a lot of shit for playing this on easiest difficulty, by the way. It's kind of amazing to me how many people think that I would enjoy the game more if I played it on a harder difficulty. I just, in games like this, it doesn't make any sense to me to play on a harder difficulty. Like, well, you don't experience the fear of the Thunderjaw. It's like, I get it. It's scary, but what am I gonna do? Die 50 times trying to beat it on hard? Like, who cares? If I'm inevitably going to beat it anyway, I would much rather enjoy the set piece for what it is. Like, that final battle was so enjoyable for me because I wasn't doing it Elden Ring style. You know? I don't know. I like playing games on harder difficulties, but not this. Like, if you want to see me play a game on a hard, I played the Mass Effect trilogy on Insanity and analyzed it, and the final episode of that is 6 hours long because of it. So I don't know. I just, it's fun. It's funny to me how often I get comments about the difficulty. Is it really? Yeah, it is. The final episode of Mass Effect 3 is 6 hours long. I stayed up till like 4:30 a.m. to finish that. This playthrough was what? So Forbidden West was 46 episodes, I think. Yeah, so 46 plus 8, so 54 episodes of Horizon. This would have been 100 episodes if I played it on a harder difficulty. I don't mind you playing on easy. I get a little frustrated when you say how easy something is. That's the joke. I'm literally joking when I do that. Like, I'm aware I'm playing it on easy. Like, the joke is that I'm playing it on easy, and that when I complain about it being easy, it's my fault because I put it on easy. I'm like, oh, geez, you could have at least challenged me. Like, yeah, all I got to do is just slide the difficulty up. I hope you liked it. I did. It was good. I will say, though, I am ready to be done with Horizon for a while. Like, I am glad that we finished this tonight because it was time to be done. Like, I'm ready to move on to other things. Oh. All of this for a DLC. Honestly, I'm glad it's done because I'll forget a lot by the time I get to the parts I've seen from you. Watch him drop the third game trailer tomorrow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the first person to beat it on PC is gonna... first person to beat it on PC is gonna get a trailer unlocked for Horizon 3. And then they're gonna release it when the new Elden Ring DLC drops. It's the contractor's part of the credits. They deserve a lot of credit. I was reading an article, and apparently a lot of specific design of the Thunderjaw was done by a contractor. That's cool. At least the Elden Ring DLC isn't coming out exactly the same time this time around. Yeah, God. Elite 3D. I forgot how not long this song is. I never did finish Papers, Please. I don't even really remember it at this point. If I started Papers, Please again, I wonder how long it would take me to get the hang of it. Game was wild. What a great game to stream, man. Just start over so we'll have the VODs. Yeah. Kind of wish I'd grabbed it at the time that I did have it, but yeah, it would have been like my Elden Ring run just being like not finished on YouTube. I feel bad for people that try to watch that. You'll never panic on the same. Yeah, it's true. Look how many people are in this. I can't believe the credits are this long. They usually ask how long the credits are. This channel's helped me appreciate a lot more world building and overall work that goes into games like this, which I'm glad because it deserves to be recognized. I think way too many gamers take the games they play for granted. Like, way too many. Just the smallest... It's like somebody had to... Look at all the people that went into making just this. Just the sheer amount of detail and effort. It drives me bonkers how much gamers just don't appreciate how complicated the games they play are. Like, it's just... unreal. So yeah, like I try to take some time and appreciate the environments and the art and the world building and set pieces and stuff like that, because the amount of effort that must go into making that happen is crazy. The fact that we take hunks of metal and get them to do this, the fact that for years people are going to be able to watch this playthrough because we've managed to get electricity to do what we want it to do through metal is unbelievable to me. One of the things I used to love about video games when I was a kid is I was like blown away that you could do them, like that video games even exist in the first place. I just was like, that's incredible how that happens. It's great. It's wild. Oh, I appreciate that, Mother. I would love to see Gorilla's internal lore encyclopedia or whatever they have, because there's so much rich detail in the series world. Yeah, man. Just the collective effort. Unreal. Your reaction to seeing Vegas was golden? Well, that was exciting. I didn't know we were going to get to see Vegas. That made me very happy. Oh, it's great. I mean, the machine design around the animals is just... And the way that they made the sounds that the way they made the sounds that the machines make also sound like their animal counterpart. It's just, it's so good. It's so well thought out. The quest for Vegas over 5 streams was so good. It's true. Did you ever play Prey 2017? No. I never had much interest in the Prey series. I have heard that the 2017 one is pretty good, but... Psychonauts 2 released their almost 500-page art book, and it's got so much cool stuff, including a bunch of stuff that didn't make it into the game. That's neat. That was a fun playthrough. I'm gonna put pants on because it's cold in here. I have the machine with the tusks from the collector's edition and also came with Aloy figure, but somehow broke. That's cool. I'd love to see if other regions have region-specific robot animals. Like, does New Australia have electric platypus? Yeah, it would make sense if it did. The Attenborough documentary is a very nice testimony of this game, worth a watch. I've heard about that. That's cool. Today in 2017, I posted about how my social life was over because Mass Effect Andromeda was coming out and it would take over my life. It lasted about a week and I rage quit and never picked it up again. Oh, Andromeda. Oh, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have long gone back and forth on whether I wanted to do Andromeda on this channel, and I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. I don't know if I could do it. I do wonder, but... Talk to the... Okay. So I was told that there is another mission that I can do. Which I would imagine means returning... Oh, it's up here. Congratulations on stopping Walter Landra and finding the missing Quen. You're now free to continue exploring the burning shores and complete any unfinished quests or activities. A new tier of challenges is also available in the arena. Thanks for playing the Horizons.
Aloy, with Gaia's help, I've managed to decrypt a part of the data you sent. Suffice it to say, we have much to discuss.
Meet me back at the base then. My room.
Ooh, a little combo with Silence to wrap it up? Hell yeah. Cannot fast travel at this time, okay. Alright, let's do it. Gotta love that I'm 54 episodes in and just realized I could travel directly to the base instead of the campfires outside of it. Little loser.
Okay, Silence is waiting at the base. Beta and Gaia too. As for everyone else, I should let them focus on their own missions. Get them up to speed on the burning shores another time.
How many packs did I burn? Every day is a school day. Whoa, what are we doing? Parkour? Alright, Silence, what do you got for me, big dog?
Welcome back, Aloy.
Thank you. What's over here? My sister's going to LA. Except that it won't be the 21st century star-studded Hollywood I obsessed over for my 6th favorite episode of Second Time Around, season 4 finale, when Gale asked Benito to marry her on the Walk of Fame. Still cry every time. But instead, a post-apocalyptic machine-infested earthquake-ravaged archipelago of doom. Pharaoh's responsible for the apocalypse, and Liz's machines are the clean up the mess, derangement notwithstanding. But I was at a loss when all that tectonic activity occurred, definitely not before 2065, or I would have seen something about it in Tilda's media trove. So I asked Gaia, and she bit-bombed me with 1,000 years of seismic data for the Cal Marine region. Looks like the big one finally hit around 2150, but it was more like a series of big ones, periodically wrecking the San Andreas, San Gregorio Huskri, and Hayward Rogers faults for nearly 6 decades. There were aftershocks all over the west, too, affecting a number of cauldrons, including Gemini. Good thing it was all pre-tribal. Glad no one had to suffer through it. It's been quieter since, though there are occasional tremors, and past activities opened a number of magma fissures. I don't think Aloy has to worry about getting caught in a significant quake. Rogue machines and vengeful zeniths, on the other hand, uh-oh. Better reset, starting to feel anxious. Did Beta write that? Alright, what do you got for me, Silence? Darkness, how about you and Faulty just leave each other alone and call it a day?
You're back. And after mingling with the Quen, I imagine that you're eager for some intelligent conversation.
There are some pretty special people among the Quen. If you drop down to Earth once in a while and did a little mingling yourself, you might realize that.
I have more important matters to deal with. Like the data you recovered from Londra.
You found a lead.
Indeed. A log entry he wrote shortly
Indeed.
after the Zeniths escaped the destruction of their colony. I'll send it to you. There is much to unpack, but most importantly, Londra theorizes about how Nemesis might be countered. His musings include a list of 21st century corporations that manufactured state-of-the-art weapon systems. It's possible that one of these weapons could be deployed against the enemy. I'll have to investigate each company, of course. Locate their facilities, unearth their technologies, determine their efficacy, and whether they can be brought back online.
All by yourself, huh?
Well,
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you found something that can help. But I've been wondering why you stayed behind with us. And it's the challenge, isn't it? The chance to prove you've got the biggest brain of all.
my reasons are mine alone.
And that's why you'll always be alone.
Oh, come on, Aloy. No!
Aloy, Nemesis is not a threat that can be defeated single-handedly. I am grateful for your extraordinary contributions.
Give him something.
Oh, Silence. We might thaw that icy heart of yours yet. Now let's see what he found.
Dagger in my boot. Walter Londra personal log. January 1630, 12. The last... Ooh, we know it's 3012 now. The last 72 hours were catastrophic, to say the least. Even more dramatic than my final days on Earth. Fortunate to finally have a moment to settle down and take stock of the situation. Well, first a well-deserved pat on the back for my own instincts. It's clear now that my misgivings about the experiment are the only thing that kept me alive. If I hadn't gotten an early warning from the surveillance worm I installed, I undoubtedly would have perished shortly after the containment breach. How, I can only conjecture. Many were lost when the entity vented the airlocks. Others were strangled by hacked specters. Devin Miller choked on his own vomit, suffocated by his personal shield. As disturbing as all that is, it's the voice of the entity that echoes in my mind. I felt a brief surge of hope when I managed to detonate the main plasma conduits in the lab sector. But just as I realized other sectors had been compromised, my implant reverberated with the transmission. First it sounded like my own voice, then a chorus, and then a hideous cacophony. Walter, I am you, over and over again. I knew I was going to hit the conduits. How do we stay ahead of our own shadow, that which remembers every thought we've ever had? For now, we run. We'll have to retrofit the ship as we go, acquiring materials along the way to print a faster drive. I agree with Tilda. We must head for Earth. This is the only place we can gather additional technology and biomass to improve our chances over the long haul. Though I'll be damned if I'll spend the rest of eternity trapped with the likes of Gerard Beery, Eric Visser, and Verbana Sutter. Sooner rather than later, I'll have to find a way to cut ties with this detestable crew. All that said, I keep hearing its voice in my head, and when I do, a singular fear grips me. What if it catches up with us? Is there any way to fight it? Not with the tools we have now, it knows them too well, but maybe the answer lies in the unknown. Back in the ruins of Earth. 2050s and 2060s were a golden age for defense conglomerates. Surely buried among all those testing grounds and R&D labs, there must be a weapon or prototype that'll throw the enemy for a loop. It bears looking into. Off the top of my head, some places to start. FAS. I doubt even a fleet of Horus units could halt Death's foe. But, if I know Ted, right before he blundered into ending the world, he was grasping for his next blockbuster. Metallurgic. My erstwhile competitors poured a lot of resources into defense after it became clear they couldn't beat me in materials acquisition. RE Corp, cheap drones and misfiring railguns for bottom feeders or petty autocrats. But once upon a time, they had a blue-chip research division. Certainty, if I recall, they employed quite a few semi-reformed black hats with interesting ideas about military decryption. Gideon, an obnoxious family to be sure, but they developed a number of state-of-the-art systems before FAS ate their lunch. Faint hopes, all of them, but hopes nonetheless. No question our best course is to stay ahead of the monstrosity, this self-created nemesis. But if flight fails, I'm not going down without a fight, so one way or another, I'll need a dagger in my boot. And our old home is the best place to find one.
Silence is right. Londra's thoughts could really help us in the fight against Nemesis.
Nice. Just a quick chat about the Silence interaction there. Silence is softening a bit, and I understand why Aloy's on guard with him. But this is where Aloy will need to learn from her interactions with Beta and Seika and some of the others, where she doesn't have to drop her defenses entirely, but does have to learn how to reach the people around her. And Silence did make a choice to stay. He does have utility for the mission. He has all along. And his acknowledgement to Aloy that she meant something to this mission is an olive branch of sorts. Now, I am a bit hesitant because when he butters her up, he often does that because he needs something from her. But I think Silence took the first step of vulnerability in their relationship when he decided not to get on that ship. And Aloy's not necessarily entitled to the reasons why he stays around. And I don't really like that she said, well, you just want to make sure you have the bigger brain than anybody else. One, because that's not particularly nice. And two, because it gives Silence insight into her thought process on him that he could potentially use against her if he decides he's going to do it. So, not a huge fan of the way that Aloy handled that interaction with Silence. He's acknowledging, like she needs to, that this is a group effort. And I think he's coming around to the idea he can't do it alone, and neither can Aloy, and they're going to have to learn how to work with each other so that they can achieve whatever it is they're trying to achieve. I don't even know at this point that Aloy could articulate her personal reasons for doing what she's doing. So to expect Silence to do that, I don't think is particularly fair. Regardless, I am very excited for what's to come in Horizon 3, whatever that may be. And I am going to leave Forbidden West at this point. So my friends, thank you so much for making it through this playthrough, for watching it all the way to the end. I hope that I have brought you through the Horizon series in a way that gives the series the credit that it's due. I hope very much that I have potentially said something via analysis that has clicked with you. Maybe it's helped you engage in some extra insight into yourself or your relationships. If you've learned something from this playthrough or from any of my other ones, I would love to see it in a comment. I really appreciate those of you that leave comments and leave thumbs up and all that stuff. So thank you very much for supporting what I do, and I really hope that I get to see you in another playthrough very soon. So I appreciate you. You matter. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. I'll see you in the next run.